Hey everybody, this is Orbeez2468 again, and this is a deck list of a solda build of evos, because solda really helps in this format. It can destroy Grapha, it can get rid of special summons, it can run over Xian, and this is my deck profile of it with proxies of the new support in the next set. Also in this video, I'm going to mention my extra deck, key cards to side, and then also like thoughts on other Evo cards that could see some shine when this next set comes out, depending if there's a TCG exclusive or not. But yeah, let me just show you guys the deck. So first we have 3 Weslos. They are your Gravekeeper Spy. You flip them face up, summon an evol from your deck, and do whatever you want with it. And then next we have 3 Nijajos. Sorry, the camera's wobbly. I'm doing this from my iPod, so I'm holding the iPod with one hand and doing this with another. Evoltile Nijajo. What he does is he's level 2, 100 attack, 2000 defense, and effect is when if this card gets tributed, special summon an evo-force from your deck. Works great with evo-force, enemy controller, evol instant, any card that requires tributing, mainly with evo-force and enemy controller. And these are your evol tiles that you would play in the deck. Now let's move on to the evo-source. Next up you have your 3 Ceratos, which are your beat sticks when summoned by the effect of an evil tile. They gain 200 attack, so it makes them 21. And when they destroy a monster, search out for an evil tile. This deck has a lot of search. He's basically meant to go against Thunder King, like Weslo, flip him face up, and then just destroy it. Next, for this format, because everyone's doing Dark Worlds and 6 stamps with their gateways and whatnot, 3 Diplo, which it's basically the walking MST. When summoned by an evil tile, target a card, your spell or trap card your opponent controls, and destroy it. Also, he's a decent level 4. I mean, if he's in your hand, he's okay, but Cerato's a lot better to be in hand. So yeah, I have 3 Diplos because I side the MSTs, because MSTs could actually be dead hands. Like, if I need monster presence, I want maybe a Diplo rather than an MST, and then the opponent MSTs it, and then it's just dead. Next, we had the 1 Volcano. Now, usually in Evil decks, you'll see 2 of each, like replace this Diplo with a Volcano. But since there's a lot of effect failures and DD Crows running around, Volcano could actually get hurt by that happening. This deck is an all-purpose deck, which works with your hand and your deck and your grave. The 1 Volcano is just in case if I have a Dolka out on the field and I could just negate the effect failure, so I can bring out one of these guys back and then I can go into Xe. And then, like I said earlier, this is an alias build, so I run 2 aliases. Level 6, 100 attack, 2400 defense. I wish he was offensive because he would be so good. Anyway, what he does is, when he's summoned by effective evil tile, special summon a level 6 or lower fire dinosaur from your hand. So I have these guys as options. I can also summon another him, so that way I can go into Solda or Excabitl, because Solda destroys special summons, and then Excabitl is the Bryonic / Scrap Dragon. And they work really well with this format. Alias is also an okay card to have in hand, because this deck has a lot of search, and since I have Nijajos, this card makes Nijajo more usable. Like, I could just tribute Nijajo, bring him out, and then special summon an evo-force from my deck if needed. He's just great. First turn with him into evo-force plus him plus 2 level 4 evo-force in hand equals instant rank 6 and instant Lagia or Dolka. I have other cards that go with this that helps give it consistency, but this is just my build. So these are the evo-force you run. Let me just get these out of the way. And the other cards are 2 effect veilers. I have a third, but maining 2 is pretty decent because 3's not too many, but 1's not enough. So we have our 2 effect veilers. That's it for monster lineup. Now we'll go into the spells, but we're starting off with the evol support spells. 3 evo-force, must need of a deck. If you don't have 3 evo-force, don't even bother playing the deck. What it does is when you contribute 1 evil tile, which is a cost, so Lagus Najajo. Najajo can walk around Solemn Warning because, let's say you play evo-force, your opponent Solemn Warnings, you have to tribute an evil tile. And if this is your evil tile you have on the field, you still get Najajo's effect because it was tributed. You cannot ignore cost. So, bro combo. Personal touch, which really helps, is 2 permanent soups. Return up to 2 evo-source from your hand to the deck, shuffle, and draw the same amount. You can only do this once per turn, and you can only control 1 face-up primordial soup. Now, why do I run this over Pod Duality? Let's see. Due to heroes making a showing off or whatnot, because of the new Masked Hero Acid and skill drain plays, people would main deck Thunder King in order to screw the opponent over because they have a 1900. Now, replace these with dualities. Dualities you can't search because duality adds card to hand. Primary Soup draws cards and also returns your evo-source you don't want in hand back to deck. And this also works as an MST target, so it's basically your draw power. I have 2 because for consistency wise, and just in case if one of them gets MST'd, I can play another one, or I can use this as a decoy for MST targets, which I like that. Next we have support from the next set. Evo Variace, these are proxies by the way. What they do is add 1 Evil tile or Evil sword from your deck to your hand. However, you can only activate this card once per turn. So if you have 2 in hand, you can only play 1. It doesn't matter. You add what card you need to your hand. I like the fact that you can add an Evil sword to your hand. So let's say you have a Najajo set to begin with, and you pull this card and you don't have evo-force. Grab Alias, tribute Najajo for Alias, special summon another Alias from your deck if you didn't draw one already, and then you just do whatever monkey business you want, and you can get out solda so that way it can't be destroyed by card effects. Yeah, this deck basically makes this card shine, legit shine. But then again, this is just my deck, and I'm still improving on it, so just stay with me on this. Then we have 1 Evo Price. What it does is, once per turn, when a monster gets summoned by an effect of an Evil tile, just target a card on the field and destroy it. This helps get rid of Marshmallow and Spirit Reapers, because Reapers are showing up more and more, Snowman Eaters and whatnot. And in the background, you can add that long neck is actually Najajo frozen in ice. If you actually look at the Japanese picture, like when it's darker colored, you can see that card is a Najajo frozen in ice, ironically enough. That's just flat out funny. That's not a Diplo, that's a Najajo. It's so weird. And then a Terrace in the background. But anyway, play 1 because he can be a dead card if you can't pull off your effects. And that's another reason why I want Alias and Najajo combo. So just in case, I could just tribute the Najajo with Alias, and then I can special summon a Diplo and then destroy their back card or whatnot, and still have a 2400 defensive wall. And yes, I do run enemy controllers, but this basically acts as a Gazaris for the deck because I run 3 Diplos, so that way I can make a Diplo very devastating without wasting MSTs and whatnot, so that way I can search it. Helps deck thin, helps destroy big guns. Great card. But other than that, that's just the Evo support lineup for this deck. Another reason why I'm doing this vid is because someone on Dueling Network, the group on Facebook, wanted me to post my deck list, and because I got out in 2 turns, a Solda, a Lagia, and a Doka, and the opponent quit because of that, because I had all 3 out on the field in 2 turns, and that was a magical moment, and I would get that at least 1 out of 5 duels, so every 1 out of 5, I pull off that combo. Anyway, here's the other spells that will go with the deck. 2 enemy controllers, 3 could be dead hand. Also, he's a good card for game finisher. Another reason why I want enemy controller at 2 is because I already have 7 tribute cards for Najajo, and this card's very versatile, so I don't have to rely on Najajo for it. That's why I run the aliases. But funny thing with this card, I was facing Gravekeepers on my locals, and all I had was a Najajo at hand, and a Diplo, and a Primordial Soup. I played the Primordial Soup, returned the Diplo back, shuffle, and drew an enemy controller. That made me so happy. Enemy controller is Utopia, and then I brought out my one Volcano when I play tested this, and he called game because I just owned him, which that was pretty nice. So yeah, but 2 enemy controllers: Dark Hole, Reborn, Pavras, Heavy Storm. Like I said, I side deck the MSTs just in case if I'm facing skill drain or heavy back row, and this deck thins fast because of all the search power that this deck has. So that's why I'm lowering the count and trying to get the big gun spells and traps. Like, it could do Heavy Storm, nuke all spells and traps, Dark Hole, destroy all monsters, Reborn, get out of monsters so I can XT, Pod Avarice, return my monsters, and enemy controller, change positions of a monster so I can be a douche. So, and also when priority gets hit, that'll also help a lot of underrated decks make a comeback when priority gets hit. There's been rumors going around of priority getting hit, and a few people actually confirmed that within a month or two, basically when the next set comes out, priority is going to get killed because Rabbit's just too darn powerful. Rabbit's just too powerful for this format. A lot of cards are. Thunder King is way too powerful also, so you can effect Veiler a Thunder King and a you can effect Veiler a Thunder King and a Rescue Rabbit, and they can't do anything, thus giving you more support, more help. So let's start with the traps. We have 2 Solemn Warnings, Solemn Judgment, Brigade, Torrential, Dark Hole, my 2 Compulses, and Mirror Force. Solemn Brigade, common. 1 Torrential, because if I have a solda out and my opponent decides to go big gun, I just destroy it, and he can't be destroyed. Bottomless to work against those heavy hitters or whatnot. And I would side the second one. 2 Compulses. This basically says screw off Zen mains. This says screw off a lot of Xyz. And also, as you notice, I don't have Fiendish Chains because I have my Effect Veilers and my Dolkas for effect negating, so Compulse is not dead hand. And weirdly enough, few combos I actually pulled off was returning my Weslo back to hand, summoning the Najajo, play evo-force, and then I do the whole shindig, so that way I have room to special summon like crazy. 2 Elias, I got out. What did I get out? I got out an Elias. Reason why I want to keep Weslo in hand because I knew my opponent was going to do something, and he did do something. Set the Weslo, special summon the Volcano, and then I just called game from there. Compulse also works for you too. Mirror Force, no duh. We got Beat Sticks coming around. But he's a side decker card against Insector, so I would switch him out for like a Fiendish Chain or whatnot. Other than that, that's the trap lineup. Now I'm going to go into my extra deck. Oh, by the way, where are they? Here they are. Depending on your build, like I said, this is a rank 6 build. When the new Evo-Sword comes out, Evo-Sword Darwinos, which makes it level 5 or level 6 or level 7. When freezerdon comes out into TCG, I would be most likely switching these out for Darwinos because of stat differences. But I don't run Darwinos because Darwinos doesn't make use of hand, and I would draw into him, and he would be dead in hand. Like, he would just be good for tribute summoning. I can't XC with him, but the things I do like, he's 22. He can run over Zen mains. So if I have a Doka and him out, I just poke over their Zen mains and then negate destruction effect and gets rid of the card. Yeah, when freezerdon and volcosaurus comes out, I will be playing him. Replace him with him. And then if, just in case of a TCG exclusive, that makes level 4s broke 2 Peltas. I ran Peltas originally, and oh my god, I got top 4 at least 3 times because of Pelta. His defense, great against mirror matches. Laggy, I can't run him over, and a lot of people run solda, so it's called I am special, I think, and I score. But, alright, let's get to the extra deck. Sorry about that, I just had to point that out. I run 1 Catastor because I run a tuner and I have level 4s. Chimera Tech Fortress because I would side Cyber Dragons. 3 Lagias, typical. It might go down to 2 when the new Xyz come out of Hidden Arsenal 6 and 7, especially 7, because 7 has their own Pot of Avarice, and then, which that would probably make Pot of Avarice banned because of all the monster returning, because of that Xyz. Digesto Emerald. 2 Dokos, just standard, and then the ultimate solda. That's the Evozor lineup, and then we got our rank 3 Zen mains, Giga Brilliant, Utopia, Chaos Number 39, Utopia Ray because of enemy controller, Zen Maester with Wesel play, and he's a 25 when he's summoned, so I can just kamikaze with an opponent's monster. Roach, just in case I'm facing against a higher level build like Gear Town, I can, what is it? Malefic Worlds or whatnot. Actually, he just screws over dragons. He screws over dragons pretty well. And then we have Insector Excabito because he's the other rank 6. And just in case if I apply Avarice, my alias is back, and I need to get rid of a big gun. Special summon, equip one of their monsters in the graveyard to him, gains his stats, and then do whatever. That's it for the extra deck. I don't have a specific side deck because people wouldn't use the same deck over and over again at my locals, so I would switch. But I got some cards here that you should consider running in an evo-force side or extra or maining. Have 3 MSTs no matter what, because we're running a lot of field spell heavy decks. In fact, Dragoonies may have a comeback because of rank 6s. They can actually abuse the rank 6s because they can Sacred Summon into the level 6s, and then boom, you got them out. And just kill Dragon's Ravine, and you whoop-de-doo. Spare Enemy Controller, Iron Imperial Wall because no card can get banished. That just screws over Rabbit hardcore. Another Torrential, another Veiler. Those are some key cards. Also, the Shadow Imprisoning and Light Imprisoning Mirrors. And then now I'm going to give my thoughts on cards that might shine in this format, including like the Lagasukases, which special summons other Evil tiles when flipped face up. So it's basically Weslow for Evil tiles, and also when he's normal summoned, send an Evo-force to your graveyard. The second effect is a lot more effective. That searches out your Najajos faster, and then you can pull off tributing combos and whatnot. He could shine depending if we get a good TCG exclusive. You already heard about my Pelta. I like Pelta. I would definitely run Pelta if you're running him. Send him to the grave so you're not wasting your MST, your Dariuses, and the Quarries. And then go Volcano, bring him out. Bring out Volcano, and then you do whatever shit you want. Like I said, Darwinos. Darwinos is pretty good. Like I said, when Volcanosaurus and freezerdon comes out in the TCG, I will switch into him. But for now, I run Soda, so that way I get protection. My second Volcano, yeah, you know it. Odonto. There is an Evo card, Evo Instant, which I have, but I forgot to bring it out for this video. Basically, you could summon him, summon a level 4 from your hand, like a Diplo, pop that, and then play instant tribute, summon a Pelta, overlay, just like the picture describes. And originally, Odontos was mained at 3 for the decks that topped, but now because I'm the Jajo, Odonto plays are dying off, but I think Odonto was actually helpful. Maybe in the future. Casanero, yeah, like I said, Cassie is a rescue rabbit for the deck, but you've got to run only 1 to 2. I ran 1, actually I ran 2 at the locals when I got top 4 in it, and because I would side one out and keep one in, and he would be good because I ran Forbidden Lance at the time. that I don't anymore. And then my thoughts on Terraz, he's great. He's an overall kamikaze. He's a kamikaze against monarchs. He's a kamikaze if you tribute summon him with Najajo. And he's mainly a kamikaze for Thunder Kings. Kamikaze with him, with Thunder King, when he special summon, boom. And he's basically meant to get rank 6s out. But he's great with Evil Instant. Tribute and Evil special summon him from the deck, and then special summon another one with special summon him with Instant, and then if it's a Najajo, special summon another one, you get instant rank 6. Or special summon Volcano and get level 4 from your graveyard. And then Evoltile Polaro. When this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon it will start from hand. Okay, we have Torrential back at 2. We have Insectors running destruction effects. We have we just had Smashing Grounds and whatnot. Actually, no one would waste a Smashing Ground on this card, to be completely honest. But you get the idea. And Dark Holes running around, Grapha effects, blowing up cards, and then if this gets destroyed, special summon also from your hand, this card makes your hand plays pretty well. I recommend running him if you're playing double Torrential and Dark Hole. So that way, you could just set him as a bluff. Your opponent thinks that might be a Weasel, but you could just surprise him. Dark Hole the whole field, bring him out, and then set him. Actually normal summon him, Torrential, blow him up, special summon, and do whatever shindigs. And then I have Evil Instant, but I didn't bring that out. But let's just say these are Evil instances. Like I said, tribute a Reptile, special summon Evosaur. It's basically watered down evo-force. Just in case if evo-force ever gets hit, you could just use Evil Instant. And what I like about Instant is it's a trap, like the color of these sleeves is purple. And you can actually just quick play it off. Like, let's say you want to bluff out your opponent's Torrential, so you can normal summon Najajo. Your opponent thinks you're going to go for the whole enemy evo-force combo, and they just Torrential the field, and you can actually chain Instant to this. Chain Instant to the Najajo, just tribute it, and then Torrential goes off, they blow off their field, and then you get special summon a random Evosaur, and then Najajo effect to special summon another one, and it gains its effect. And then instant XP from there. Other than that, subscribe, comment, do whatever. And, yeah. You guys know, this is Orbeez2468. I'm going to be posting 1 or 2 more videos because of the next set. Other than that, have fun doing. Yeah, you know what to do. You people are smart. Later.